same names for venison as you do for beef, so the top side, shoulder side, thick flanks, front, and the salmon piece is a little piece of meat that fits alongside one of those muscles. And it's a nice shape for someone like Rob to demonstrate and for you to eat at home.
So you can see, this is the haunch. There's no fat in there whatsoever. Look at that, there's absolutely not even a fleck of fat in there. We've got the salmon, a little salmon steak, which is a bit like a, looks like a little fillet steak, I suppose. If you don't know what one is. What we're going to do, we're going to cook the salmon steak. We're going to roll it in a bit of really salty ham. So we've got some smoked pancetta here. Now, if you can't get all the pancetta, you could use streaky bacon. There's no rules. You can put Parma ham around it. You can put whatever you want around it, just flatten it out. I'm going to wrap it in some sage. Now, I'm a massive fan of sage. It's an amazing flavour. It grows like a weed. And this, it's real. You can smell it yourself. Just get your nose into that. So, salty pancetta, the earthy sage, the piece of venison now. I'm not going to season it. Cheers, man. Thank you. We're just going to wrap it up like this. Just wrap it up. And we're just going to whack that in the oven. Now, I put one in the oven earlier on, so we'll just pretend that that's in the oven. Alright? So, we've got a nice bit of haunch steak, lots of pepper. Just pretend, because I've forgotten it, so lots of pepper on there. Lots of salt. Loads of salt. It's really important to season your venison before you cook it. We're going to rub it, we're going to just massage a bit of rapeseed oil into it as well. So we get that pan going. I'm going to throw a bit of thyme into that pan. I'm alright, mate, don't worry, it's fine. It's fine, cheers, innit? A bit of thyme in there. You can hear that pop, and that thymy flavour will be coming out and it's infusing through the butter. We've got the venison, go straight in and we're just going to seal it off. We're just going to let it sit there, gently. Right. So, the salmon cooks in the oven. Set that up a bit. Salmon cooks in the oven. The haunch steak is loving it in the pan. We're going to pan roast that off. I'm a veg man, we need some veg. So let's talk about veg dead quickly. I'll try not to bore you with the veg, because we're here for the meat today, but you always need a bit of veg with your meat, don't you? There you go. Right. So, we're just going to do something really radical, something a bit weird that you might think, you know what you're doing. We're just going to use whatever we can find veg-wise on this table. So we have got, I've made some idea down here. We've got things like, are you ready for this? It's red, it's round. Now last time I did this, it didn't work. It's like a little magic trick this. Are you ready? Check that out, look at that. Now that's a stripy beetroot, a candy beetroot, a beautiful, come on, we've got a beautiful golden beetroot. Look at that.
You can have a look at there as well.
Absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Beautiful. Nice golden beetroot.
Well, you've got everything now, haven't you, at the back here? This lady's got everything you're collecting.
So all we're doing, all I've done is I've turned it, so I've just basically turned it with a knife in a little barrel shape. We're just going to bob it in a little foil parcel. Now we've got some green cauliflower. Just bob that on there, yeah. We've got some green cauliflower which is grown in Pudsey by Robert Tomlinson.
Have a cauliflower, sir. I think I know you very well by now.
Right, we're just going to bob that in the oven. Sorry, right. So the haunch is in the oven now. Usually, what I do with a haunch steak is I roll it round in the pan and I just let it get excited in there, and then I rest it for as long as I cooked it. But we ain't got time for that, so I'm just cheating. I've just whacked it in the oven. So we've got things like rainbow chard. Now this is unreal. This stuff is amazing. This, many years ago, well, up till this year really, we used to import this from France. And it used to cost an absolute fortune to get it over from France. And part of our job at Deli Fresh is to support the local growers, people like Richard, and get people using, here you go. You can eat like this, you can roast them, you can wrap a piece of venison in it. The leaves you can use as like a spinach, so you could use it as a garnish. Again, it's a really irony, he loves it, doesn't he? A really irony kind of flavour, which equally works really, really well with any cut of venison, really. So, in goes the chard. We have got white asparagus in there, golden beetroot, We've got kohlrabi, look at that. You can eat this like an apple. Fantastic. There you go, you're going to have to stand up and pass that around. You can eat that like an apple. It's a really, really beautiful flavour. Again, works really well with the old venison. We've got some grillots, some little cheeky little grillots, pop them in there. We've got some purple sprouted broccoli, for those of you who've never seen it before ever. We've got parsley root as well, which it looks like a parsnip, but is actually the root of the flat parsley plant. So you've got to think as a chef, it's good, isn't it? You've got to think as a chef, will that flavour work with a piece of venison? Well, yeah, of course it will, because it's herby, it's earthy, it's a beautiful, beautiful flavour. So we've got them in there now. So we've got all these veg going in there. There's no rules what veg you put in. We've got some little chanterelles, we've got girolles, we've got some set, and we've got some black trumpet mushrooms. They're called trumpets because they look like a trumpet, and they're coming from France at the moment. So all this stuff goes in a nice little parcel. In it goes. We've got, thank you. We've got a bit of oil in there. We've got some thyme in there. We've got a bit of salt in there. A bit of pepper. A bit of pepper. Close it up. Whack it in the oven for about 20 minutes. And bingo, you get a fantastic earthy kind of array of flavours that's cooked really, really well. Now, so the haunch is out of the oven, just let that sit there. Should be very fire alarms in here, haven't we? The salmon cut that's wrapped in pancetta, we'll let that sit there. The veg, here's the veg. So we open, now if you're really kind of funky, you can have all your guests around your massive table in your front room. Instead of bringing out bowls of steamed broccoli and cauliflower, it's a bit drab. If we just give them a parcel like that in front of them, and then when they open it, they call it en papillon in France. When they open it, all that steam comes out, and they'll just go, and that'll be it. They'll be yours forever. So you can smell.
What will they go like?
It's go. I'll do it again later on. You'll see.
Okay.
So you can smell the flavour coming out of there, and it's so seasonal. You can adapt it with the season, so you can really utilise a lot of the local grown, homegrown produce. Right. So we've got the grillots, we've got the beetroots, we've got some mushrooms there, some trumpet and girole. We've got the purple carrots, the red chard, some smoked garlic in there, which I just snuck in. We've got that beautiful red meat radish. Look at that, fantastic colour. We've got some thyme in there, we've got the cauliflower, we've got the broccoli in there as well. So, there we go. Right, so we've got the salmon cut. I'm just going to cut the ends off. Now, fingers crossed, this will be pink. It's been in the oven for a bit longer, so it's a bit over. I apologise. Let's have a look. Oh, it's perfect. It's beautiful, in fact. Just cut the end off that. That's for me later. We'll just bob that, stand that up there. Fantastic. And then we've got the haunch. Now it's really important to cut it properly. You can see the grain going there, so you're just going to go against that. It's not like a piece of beef, so I'm just going to really gently place that on there. Colour, absolutely outstanding. The smell of it is amazing. It smells unreal, really. Look at that. Bit of jus in the tray, or because we're from Yorkshire, we call it gravy. And then we're just going to really quickly just drizzle that over there. And you can see, you've got the veg that sings the season, you've got that fantastic flavour from the venison, and you've got a really quick, really simple, amazing main course. Do I get a clap?